That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
What do you need?
I guess I will. But I won't be able to get Master Summoner, so this is 16 points away, 16 levels away. I'll be 56 by the time I can get this. I think I'm just gonna finish off Drain Life and then I'll go Demonology. That Demonology stuff's not gonna do too much for me. Anything good in the BlizzCon schedule for us DBC folks? Bro, Abisu, it's looking good, my man. It's a brick wall of Diablo and WoW content. Last BlizzCon was OverwatchCon. This is looking like WoWCon. This is really looking like World of Warcraft Con. This is looking like DiabloCon. It's looking good, man. Nice. Dead Classics, bro. Shadowlands is where it's at. Well, yo, you heard about DBC coming out? I mean, don't everybody do it. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. You wandered into one of the most like hardcore classic Andy streams on the internet, man. So, I mean, this is the best game of all time, my friend. This is the game that started it all, my friend. You know, even if you're playing Shadowlands, you gotta show some respect to the game that started it all, kicked it all off, you know. But wish you the best on the Shadowlands side. But with that said, since you play Shadowlands mainly, how do you feel about TBC? There might be some Shadowlands people in here that are just giving it a shot because they're bored, nothing else to watch. Are you guys switching from Shadowlands to TBC when it comes out? He's not trolling, he's not being disrespectful or anything, he's just asking a question. Hit my pitchfork. How many mobs do I have on me? 2? That's not bad. 100% switching from SL to TBC. And you play SL like mainly, Shna? As a Shadowlands player, classic for the win. There it is. There it is. I'm a retail player, but I'll be maining TBC when it comes out. Alright. Right on, right on. That's exciting, guys. It's gonna be like kind of like classic all over again. All that energy. Yo, you think there could be millions playing TBC, guys? You shot me get back up into the millies? That'd be insane. Think some millies playing legacy servers? Absolutely. Because there's definitely not millies playing right now, right? Maybe like 100K or something playing classic. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. Did they release someone who will play Shadowlands? I feel like Blizzard keeps all that information confidential, but somehow you find out like retroactively, because people knew how much people were playing Wrath and TBC, right? I wonder how many people are playing Shadowlands. I mean, it's a successful expansion. People like it, man. It's gonna go down probably in history as one of the better ones. TBC will be 100% more popular than these games. I know some people feel the opposite though. So, Classic had all the hype. The legacy servers, kind of like, you know, the hype for that came and went. It's not going to be nearly as hype. Just have to see. I do think, though, at least for a time, it'll surpass Shadowlands and be like the main thing again, or maybe for a little while at least. Love Classic for Shadowlands are starting to come back now. Is TBC better than Classic? It's just different. They're very different games. We say it a lot of times on the stream. You would think an expansion pack would change the game by 10%, 20%. It's just a little extra bit of content. You know, think about The Witcher, Blood and Wine expansion, you know, or whatever. Just a little more story, a little bit more content. 10%, 20%. It's a radically different meta. There's different professions that are trending, different classes that are trending. You introduce Arena. It is 80% plus different of a game. The entire questing, like 1 to 60, gets kind of rehauled a bit. You know, they change the quest rewards, they accelerate the pace, mounts at 30. Different quest rewards. So many new raids, new BG, new professions, new races, not new classes, but new abilities. Very different game. So I don't even say one is better than the other, they're just different. This is ambitious. I'm killing 3 mobs and the caster. Let's see how this goes. And they're all like yellow. This is the power of triple dotting though, man. Look how strong I am, bro. Nightfall procking. Am I strong? I can't tell if I'm strong yet. Okay, I'm looking pretty strong. This thing's gonna die. Word problems, baby. Somehow I never remember mounts at 30 when it came out. It was right at the end of TBC that they changed it, but I do believe that they would have mounts at 30. See? It wasn't pre-patch for Rat, though. It was still, like, legit TBC when they made mounts 30. But hardcore in TBC, it might feel really good. Just because the pacing will be a bit faster for the old world, so maybe that'll encourage people. Maybe it'll just feel really good, and it'll make people want to play hardcore more because it doesn't feel like it takes as long to get the 60, you know, and then you're on Outlands. Rashblade. Alright, so we got a question here. Let's use the power of the hive mind. Cheesy goodness. I don't know if this is cheesy goodness. I think it is. He's dual wield Fury. How do we feel about Thrashblade main hand? Sword of Omen offhand. I'll show you the stats. So Thrashblade is a big slapper. Looks like he cleared out Maradon. That's cool. 95-2. Yep. 7. Sword of Omen's 1-9. It's good speed for the offhand. 9 strength, 3 IG, 4 stamina, 29-7. 35-2. Versus Hand of Antusul. This is a ZF item. 32-2. 2-7 speed. Thrashblade offhand. 2-7. Yikes. The thing is that I would say Thrashblade Antusul is better, but this is a main hand, right? So you have to have this in the main hand. Chance on hit. Blast enemies with thunder, decreasing the time between their attacks by 11% for 10 seconds. Yo, that seems really good. That's 11% damage reduction, essentially. Considering almost everything you fight is a melee mob. This is a consideration, right? Like how much this would proc? 11% damage reduction on proc? Honestly... Fuck, I don't know. What do you guys think? This is Thrash main hand, Sword of Omen offhand. Part of me would just want to use this though. Yo, look at it. What the? It looks so cool. It's huge. That's a club right there. Look at that club, man. Hand and Thrash. Thrash goes main hand. Yeah. Yo, Fake Cutie, yeah, man, we just went over the Blizzard Online schedule. Good to see you, man. I don't think it's even close. Alright, 1 in the chat if you want the first option. Thrashblade, Sword of Omen. 2. End of Antusul, main hand. Thrashblade offhand. I don't know the proc on this, though. I never had this weapon before. Gandalf just wants that proc in action. 5% proc rate on that weapon. Procs all the time. Jesus in the chat. Honestly, I would just, you know the thing, Cheesy, if you're still here, man. I mean, it's a long grind to 60, right? This would give you something to play with, man. Like you'll be able to play with this mace right here. Just try it out, you know, like just run your recount and stuff. Like, does anybody ever do that? Like, kind of gamify your grind a little bit. If you have to do something like painful, you just try to like maybe try a different rotation or something. I would just have fun, man. You got blue weapons for days, man. That's exciting. Congrats, man. But yeah, it looks like most people think Thrashblade main hand is the best. It's cool that you're dual wield though. You're dual wield Fury, you said, right? You still have your 49 pallet? Yeah, he's showing. You still practice arena on that lock? Not as much, man. I almost got a strike. I felt like my spidey senses were tingling. Fake Cutie. I was sensing the incoming strike. I was sensing it. I pretty much had my stream taken down for a second. I think it was due to the music though. But it just put a bad taste in my mouth. I was sensing the end was near. I was thinking to myself, man, BlizzCon is right around the corner, you know, like Maybe I should just chill for a minute. And the thing is, I'm still doing TBC prep with this guy because I might main this guy. I really want an undead. I have an orc lock ready to go, but I really want an undead. Yeah. We'll see though. BlizzCon soon. And, like, if they announce TBC and it's way off in the distance, then it'd be so far away that I just might risk it with the biscuit. Just keep streaming it. You know, I know some of the TBC boys are winding down the private server streaming for a minute, just to see how the dust settles. Probably the right decision, yeah. I'm loving this character too. I got the hardcore bug, man. I love this community bit, man. It's so tight knit. It feels like everything a community should be. I had Ration Mira as well past 60. Oh yeah, Mira's song. Scholomance weapon, right? Remember that phase when all the rogues had that? Offhand. It's like the first starter rogue weapon package. Arena's crossover, right? Yeah. Why Succubus instead of Voidwalker? We're agreed now. Voidwalker would be better for safety, but it does way less damage, has more mana issues. So Succubus pumps like a gas station. Okay, what am I doing here? I need necklaces. I think I need something else here too. Oh, I need the trophies. That's right. Okay. You get these from the ruins. The different ruins, right? I think there's one over here. What's your plan though, Fake? You're gonna play fresh if they come out with it? I think you said that before, actually. I know you've been doing a lot of prep though, just in case. You told me the other day that you had like 9 million tin bars and stuff, or items for PvC. You playing NA or EU, by the way? Here's the other one we need. Hello, Zug out here. Blunder Thud. It's a great name for an Orc Warrior. Guildless with the Whirlwind Axe. Ooh, solid chest. Need the Zolamamwe trophy. I think that's in here in the main troll compound. This is one of the most dangerous areas in all of hardcore. Triple dotting 3 mobs. They all knock down and shit too. I'm just gonna house them just in case they knock back. It's pretty sick I can do this though. Just face tank 3 Skull Splinter Warriors and I'll just... Congrats on 40. Yo, Packwag, good to see you. I've been here. I heard about you recently. They're talking about you on F's in the chat, man, that you're like recently joined the community and you're grinding like crazy and you're getting so many levels and stuff, man. Oh, welcome, man. Welcome to the community. You're on the Hero Guild. Well, the Hero Hardcore Guild, right? Thanks, man. Hey, what's up, Brian? I'm doing well today, man. Excited for BlizzCon. Excited for the future. Talking about Endless. Yeah. Referring to what Cutie was talking about. Practicing the Orc Warlock, yeah. Or the Warlock, yep. How do you feel about everybody calling you Johnny Hardcore? Are they? I thought they're called Wiki that. I don't mind it, man. I love this community. Actually came off. It's on, believe it or not. Oh, wait. I honestly can't tell. I have to click something. Wait. It's off? I bet. Can't tell anymore. Worker on Lock for Lock Arena. TLDR. Undead will give you more flexibility in terms of what like comps you can run. If you want to run double DPS, you'll have the edge as Undead. Or can be this for certain setups, but you're just having less flexibility. If you do want to play one of the juicy double DPS comps with Lock, like with Rogue, you might feel frustrated playing his own.
Straight.
On FC Chat, Winky and Grace calling you that. Still unsure. I want TBC to be challenging and fresh will be the way, but I got a bachelor assignment for the summer. No way. What's a bachelor assignment? Like you're an undergrad, you got a big project or something? Bro, fake cutie, man. Been making all these TBC videos.
That's still recharging.
You get an assignment right when TBC potentially comes out. That would suck, man. I'm sure it'll be fun though. How can you level so fast in hardcore? I can't even hit 60 when I play normal. I've just been playing the game for a while, man. Good to see you, Marcus. Okay, I have no health stone. I just pulled two. Be very careful here. Probably kill the caster first. 4%.
That's still recharging.
Now we're drinking.
Strength and honor.
Yo, Marcus GG's with the Prime. That's content to Gank and Orgrimmar too. Thanks, man. For 2 months. Good to have you, my friend. Couldn't have been talking about me, man. I'm a massive casual. Are you? So you're not in the guild with on Hero Guild, Hardcore Guild? Yo, there's another Hardcore Guild, by the way, that just started on Atiesh, I think. You pull it up. If anybody plays an Atiesh and wants to join it. Oh no, sorry, it's Ashkandi. Anybody wants to play in Dust in the Wind in Ashkandi? I think it's a whole guild that was just playing normally, and they started a hardcore guild within their similar to what Hero did. Anybody wants to play? I'm on both of the EU guilds, gotcha, brother. You have a target frame? I do. It's just down here because I think it makes it look a little bit slightly worse. Sometimes I'll pull it up though if I'm fighting something interesting. I hide it behind the camera. Can you be a goblin warlock? Yeah, pretty sure you can be. And retail? 100%. Is there anything you still can't be in retail though? Because you can be a Tauren paladin. That one was trippy to me. Is there any limitation? Can you be a undead paladin? Or in rogue, Night Elf Warlock. No blood. Oh, this is actually kind kind of cool. So there's still a few combinations. Both mages, most races can be druids. Alright. Oh, there is a Belfour. Okay. Gnome druid. Oh my god. What would that even look like, man? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't even want to think about it. The gnome cat form, the gnome bear form. Nah, man. Nope. Nope. Go for this. That's the main art style. It matters for me, the art style and how like confusing it can be. I don't know. Just the art style, the look and feel the sets. It's got a classic. Dwarf druid. Tor and Pally probably rubs me the wrong way the most. Yeah, I remember I always really scratch my head on that one just because I always think of Tauren not being holy. You know, they have their own type. You know, you think about them on the ledge, sprinkling shamanistic dust over the land. You don't really think about them casting a fat holy light. Koala form. The Warlock gear in TBC looks amazing. It's probably the best. It's probably the best looking gear in TBC. That with the Warlock and Warrior, right? The classic Black Temple Warrior set with the big spiky shield. That's S tier, and same with the Black and Red Warlock set. Gameplay and progression is better in old school. Yeah, well, also, okay, I mean, there's also, like, leveling, though. Like, I really like how leveling is appreciated and celebrated and is it is most of the content in Classic WoW. That's another big reason. It's not just purely art style. Leveling is seen as just like a nuisance or not really a legit part of the game. It's considered like a meme. Like, you're wasting the time if you're leveling. It's cool being able to put in that work to get a max level character. It means more if you have to go through this long leveling process. Tier 6 warrior with Bulwark of Azoth's peak aesthetic. Not wrong. You like no transmogging? Okay, I mean, this is going to be a super hot take. Don't everybody all subscribe at once now.
Das Dingo.
I don't even want to say it. I don't mind transmogging too much. It doesn't bother me that much. I think there is a line where, like you say, transmogging allows you to create like unique looks and customization and stuff that wasn't there before. Like, if there is no transmogging and everybody's just like in basic gear sets, they are gonna kind of look the same. You know, you got shamans, paladins, they are gonna wear that classic dress while they're healing and stuff. So there is something to be appreciated about the idea that you can get creative and like find weird items and stuff and put together like a unique look. Not something I feel strongly about, but you know, I'm definitely not grabbing the pitchfork over transmog. Want to make an undead hunter and got mind fucked. Undead hunter. I can see it. When I first saw Warlock tier 6, it took me 2 months to pick my jaw off the floor. Yeah, the Warlock the armor sets are some of the best in PvC for sure. I'm surprised not everybody's freaking out talking about transmog. What is the main argument again? That transmog is horrible? I'm trying to put my devil's advocate hat on here. So transmog is horrible because you don't know what people are wearing, and they could have horrible gear, but they look amazing.
That's still
Or they have good gear and they look like troll, and you can't tell what people look like, and it diminishes the value of gear because you don't get to see unique models. We're getting somewhere, right? Values the way everyone looks at how. True. This is true. Makes no sense lore-wise. Yeah, there's that too. Transmog removes the prestige of the gear you're actually wearing and earn. True? What if people are all looking the same though? Like there's bislists, there's pre-bislists. In the arena, people are wearing the arena sets. People will kind of all look the same eventually. So if you walk into a raid in Classic or something, people are looking the same for the most part, right? Pieces do not have any value anymore. Eliminates iconic tier pieces. They look the same in their achievements, meaning you are among fellow achievers. As long as people RP better. All good points. Yo, Caligula, good to see you, man.
That's still a charge in.
Yo, thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, Grace is killing it. 24-hour. Blizzard should give better options for gear so not everyone looks the same. That's what titles and mounts are for. You have to earn the gear at some point to transmog it, unless we're talking about cosmetic items. I mean, it's all good points, right? It is all good points. It definitely does do all those things. It devalues gear a bit. Because some of the reason, don't lie, it's not purely for the stats. You want to get a piece of gear because you look sick. So that actually goes out the window. Because once you for one look, you can just stick with that look forever. I feel you on that. Upside to transmog though is just it just adds a bit more complexity to the world, so people can kind of like make their character look more based and of fun the class, and like the meta gear that you have to wear makes you look like you're wearing a dress. And you're a paladin, you know, like what is that? It's like what is that dress called that all the healers have to wear? Imagine you're that guy and you're trying to get the holy champion of the light. You're wearing this like teal dress. Here's my classic character based on the tier set look. Blizzard should add armor dies instead of transmog. They have that in Diablo, right, don't they? They have dies. The amount of creativity transmog unlocks is insane. I recently saw an undead rogue transmog that legit makes the dude like a Protoss sell it. Yeah, like I mean, I have a lot of transmog on my retail account. I like to I hear what you guys are saying, man. A lot of it is true. Most of it is true about devaluing be less and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't necessarily like how your character looks. Maybe that's okay to not like how your character looks. You just have to deal with it. ESO where you basically can't tell how good the armor is, that it's all transmog. That is true. That's kind of immersion breaking though, right? So imagine you see somebody that looks like really sick gear, and they really have horrendous like just leveling greens, and they haven't really done anything at all with their character. Something gets messed up there. I don't know if it's immersion, something goes out of whack. Like if you are a new character you should look bad, you know? You're a new character, you haven't achieved much in the game, you should look like dog shit for a long time. And then if you put that work in over time, maybe it'll be pretty cool, and you know, your whole tier set. What am I doing, man? On the other hand, even if you look like a clown in vanilla, we appreciate every piece of item because of this, maybe, and you put effort in it. Yeah. No, there's a certain charm of looking bad, too. It makes things more rewarding, right? Like, I feel you. I'm starting to come around. I'm starting to remember why people don't like transmog. Because now this gear that I have right now, it still doesn't look great. I'm appreciative I look like this compared to how I looked before, you know? I looked really bad before, guys. If you're new to the stream, I was unprecedented levels of scuffed look. Yeah. Guys. If there is transmog, I can have fun with it, you know, but
To get closer.
all things considered, it's probably not the plan. It's not that cool for you anymore. Yeah, but you have to get it at some point. But I do think like new armor sets aren't as cool if you know anymore if you can transmog, because you can already like cover your bases and make your character look pretty damn cool with your, like the past sets. So you're not really as excited for the new armor sets too, right? If they come out with some sick new gear set. Builds character, true. In OSRS, they have different colored versions, dyes, and ornaments kits to make your items look different. So people know that you're still in good gear, like tier sets, but it'll just be a slight difference. So you can tell this guy's in tier 2, and he just colored it. That's kind of the middle. You can have a level 1 with full tier 3 gear. True. In retail, you can do that, huh? But I think in retail you can only transmog like green gear and stuff, right? Buddy. Spicy. Oh my god. Getting that fall box like crazy. Would transmog be better if it was character exclusive? I don't know. More and more I'm thinking about it with you guys. It makes sense. I'm kind of off the transmog hype train a bit. All I know is I just think back to my time playing Retail, and I did have a lot of fun getting the pieces and stuff. Going back to the old days, like basically having a reason to go to this raid. So I remember I got all my TDC armor on Retail. I went back and farmed BT for like a bunch of times and got the sets. So I can make my characters look sick. But I feel you. It does really contribute a lot towards that, like, confused aesthetic. Oh, that's another thing, too. One of my main issues, right? The confused aesthetic. How everybody says all these different gear sets from different periods, but you can't really, like, create one theme of the game anymore, right? There's a new expansion. Everything should be themed, maybe theory around one type of thing, whether it's demons or whatever it might be. If there's transmog, you can't control what players look like at all, and it's going to look like a clown fiesta, potentially. Because you have some people in PC gear, you have some people in mop gear, you have some people. Oh, love you, champ. Thanks for the content. Hope to see you playing PvC. Thanks, man. True hardcore challenge is coming up with a character name. Having Xmog takes pressure off of Blizzard actually having to make decent looking gear. That's true too, yeah. They can just do like reskins and stuff, right? Because they know nobody's gonna wear it. In Retail, you can hide all of your armor pieces and run around with the best gear while you look naked. That's another aspect of it too, yeah. That's like the trend too. You see a lot of PvPers and stuff. They basically like run around like butt naked in the game. Seriously, tell me it's immersion breaking to transmog your armor in a game with this much magic and whatnot. You might as well complain about sharding and levitating after dying. Well, the people made some good points though, right? You heard some of the points people were making. One of the main things that distracts me and confuses me from Retail is I log in and there's all these different mounts from all these different time periods, and they're so huge and insane looking, and all these different armor sets that are thematically all over the place. It creates a very confused look. And it gets to the point where it really detracts from the experience a bit. I will never have dye for armor. When creating armor, Blizzard chose to design the armor like a painting, mixing and layering colors. Not looking good is an incentive to aim to get better, so you do look good. True. Anyway, yeah, we covered that point pretty much. I remember now. I am now on the same page. I just hadn't thought about transmog in a while. I've playing this game for so long. Okay, we still need 10 more necklaces. There's more true slaughter. Two casters. Yikes. Hellstone. And I'm out of mana. Hopefully they start dying soon. Nightfall proc clutch. Resist though. Might have to potion here, man. Get a dark pact. I'm just gonna potion. I might need to now.
That's doing your job.
Might have to pop over to swamp again, re-up on potions. How detailed do you think they're going to get the PvC at BlizzCon? I have no idea, but we went over the schedule a bit earlier on the stream, and it looks like that WoW and Diablo are going to be the main focuses of this next BlizzCon. Could be wrong. But if you go look at the schedule, it's a brick wall of red and yellow, which are WoW and Diablo, and not much on the Overwatch side, not much there. So it's exciting because like last BlizzCon we went there, and it felt that there was only one small little section that was dedicated to WoW, and the rest of the BlizzCon was just a big whirlwind of stuff that didn't really apply. And everybody was excited to show up for the WoW thing, but then we got to the WoW thing, and it wasn't really talking about Classic much. It was talking about you know, retail and new hoop earrings for Blood Elves and all that. So, hopefully, man. Hopefully it's the main. Hopefully that's the main talking point. All these panels and stuff, instead of talking about the new raids for Shadows. They'll probably be still prioritizing the most money and that's the best for them. This. The purpose of earlier though, WoW doesn't fake. If Diablo had all of these themes around, it would be more off-putting. Yeah, Diablo is a very cohesive world. Does anybody miss that feeling though a little bit of playing an RPG and getting kind of like scared? Not scared. I mean, I don't know if we can be scared at this point because we're much older now, but like genuinely be. I don't know, to genuinely suspend reality and you know, play like a really dark RPG. There's that old man. Do you remember those, man? Just be really like engrossed in the cinematics again and like really care about the story. That was a good time. Still afraid of the Butcher. Dark Souls is the only game that did that for you. Yeah, I really should try that one of these days. I think I played it for 1 second and gave it fun. Because it was hard, right? Basically trying for the first time. I died or something. I've heard of that one too. Besides being really entertaining to watch and listen to, your streams are also very soothing to fall asleep to you. Thanks very much, Aversi. Have a good rest, my friend. See you when you wake up. Deep dive in a dungeon with deep dive. Oh, yo, I'm playing D&D this weekend, guys, for the first time. I've never played it before in my life. Winky's gonna be the DM. I don't know how that's gonna go. I feel like he's gonna be like a troll DM. He's trying to kill us or something. Put us in weird spots. Yeah, I never played it before. Never really had friends that were that into it. But hey, man, I'm just gonna have an open mind. Try it out. I think we'll be streaming it on Dawkins' channel. It'll be this Sunday. If anybody wants to watch. I gotta make a character and everything. I think I'm gonna play the Hunter class. It's like a Ranger, I think it's called. Oh yeah, it'll be on Dawkins' channel. Right. Yeah, I never played it before. Never really had friends that were that into it. But hey, man, I'm just gonna have an open mind. Yeah, it's the first time. Never played it before in my life. Winky's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna go. I feel like he's gonna be like a troll DM. He's gonna try to like kill us or something. Put us in weird spots. Yeah, I never played it before. Never really had friends that were that into it. But hey, man, I'm just gonna have an open mind. Try it out. I think we'll be streaming it on Dawkins' channel. It'll be this Sunday. If anybody wants to watch. I gotta make a character and everything. I think I'm gonna play the Hunter class. It's like a Ranger, I think it's called. Oh yeah, it'll be on Dawkins' channel. It'll be Silver, myself. I don't think Gray is. Dawkins, Winky, a few people. Enjoy, dude. I remember my first time playing this before. Oh yeah. What minor changes, quality of life, patches, tuning would you want to see when Classic TBC comes out? There are so many. There's so many of exactly what you were talking about. Quality of life and minor changes, Bayless, in TBC. We talk about it on stream quite a bit. There would be a. Oh, buddy, can we win these? I think we can. We're just gonna use a potion and Hellstone probably. Let's use the Hellstone now. We're gonna use it. Okay. Strain. Nightfall procs. Let the Nightfall procs flow. Another Nightfall proc. Looking good. souls though. Ooh, my health. Am I good? 36%. Yeah. But yeah, we can try to just, off the top of the head, together, we'll name quality of life changes that just happen in TBC. We'll try to create that list right now. So let's get us started off here. Quality of life changes. We're talking about just little things that make the game feel a bit better in TBC. Just take some of that edge off. So, food buffs, no longer 5 minutes. I think they're 10 or 30 minutes, something like that. They're increased. What else? Flasks are way cheaper. Consumables in general are way cheaper. On that note, if you're crafting potions or anything on the alchemy side of things, it might be the case with other professions too, if anybody knows. I think it's just potions though. You have the chance of getting free extra potions, which like partially is responsible why the prices are a bit cheaper, right? Like you can like high roll and get like another 1 or 2 potions from your craft. Summoning stones, 2 people, that's all it's needed. The summoning stone, summon people with the summoning stone. They're not just for show anymore. There's so many more. Let's think. Quality of life. No world buffs? Or world buffs at least play less of a role in DBC? There apparently is some kind of like DBC equivalent of world buffs. If you certain things you could get. You can get those blessings from Zangarmarsh, and they have that. They have a few world buffs in TBC, but they're not like as impactful as they are in Classic. So that's pretty nice. Let's see. There's just a lot more gear. There's a lot more gear options in TBC. A lot more BOE epics. A lot more ways to get gear. You can get them from badges. You can get them from raids, from dungeons. There's epics that drop from dungeons. Let's see. Oh, Guild Bank. Yup. Guild Bank. Oh, you love to see that. You love. Yeah, I think we can all at least come together on that one, right? Guild Bank. Oh, yeah. Flying. Broke dungeons. Yeah, we're thinking of specifically like quality of life, though. Something that just. Like, those are like features, you know, heroic dungeons are like features. I'm thinking of quality of life. There's a lot. I'm blanking in the moment here. I'm trying to think. Quality of life. This is quality of life. The Mage table. The Mage table is definitely quality of life. Right? You don't have to bother mages for one measly stack of croissants anymore. Like, you just get the freaking fat table, 80 freaking strudels. It heals both mana and water. I mean, mana and health. The lock stones. That screams quality of life right there. Summoning inside of instance. I redeem straw pull? Oh, what's a straw pull then? Yeah, you can ask your question, bro. Hand off, we'll talk about it. Yo, tactics, my friend. Good to see you, bro. Yep, almost 41. Trying to get to 64 BlizzCon. Yo, we just reviewed the. Yo, what do you think, tactics? Did you see the BlizzCon schedule? It's looking good, my friend. Brick wall. WoW and Diablo content. Overwatch. Or not no Overwatch, but not that much Overwatch. Looking like very early day one, yo. We both minor and major hellstones. There's all different ranks of hellstones in TBC. It's the same. It's exactly like classic. You can have a couple ranks in TBC, ranks in classic. Changes to make the respecking. Okay, I see where you're going for that, I think. So respecking is the same gold cost in DBC, but you make a lot more gold. So it's cheaper relative to your income. So respecking will be a bit easier in DBC, which is nice. Let's see. Come on, chat. We have like 1,000 people here. Let's try to think of some other ones. Insta mail to your own tunes? Didn't even know that. More EXP. Yeah, I guess that's a quality of life change. They make the pacing of 1 to 60 increased. That's assuming that your life sucks while you're leveling. Some people feel yeah, it's accelerated 1 to 60 for sure.
Not yet.
You gotta do so much. I think the idea that there's way more gear is quality of life, though. In Classic, there's not that. I mean, there's maybe. It's hard to pick an actual number, but there is way more gear. Way more options to choose from. Yeah, no dual spec. Yeah, no dual spec. Better flight path. Yo, there's also a flight pass that are added. Like STV. You guys remember? STV flight path. Right at the north for the Alliance in there. There's probably a few more that they added to the Alliance as well. Mounts at 30. Can be seen as a quality of life one. Battle and Guardian elixirs. They kind of they just kind of rehauled the consumable system. So oh yeah, cheaper health potions, cheaper mana potions. I mean that's in line with the cheaper consumables, but you can just have stacks of those ready to go. New quest hub in Duskwallow. I did not even know that. Flying mounts? Yeah, you can see flying mounts as well. But at the same time, that's just life. Not even. I mean, that's just DBC for the Outland. Is designed from the ground up for flying. The Strabo work, or is it just a question in the chat? Just ask your question in the chat, man. Well, we can all talk about it. Focus on it for a second. Goblin Town located in the south. More stacks in the there you go. Better dungeon boss loot, etc. Boss items are blue. Oh, interesting. So they buffed the rarity on certain old world items. Where do I see? Oh, Stonard portals? Let's go. The big brain chat. Hell yeah, bro. Stonard portals, bro. I totally forgot about that, bro. That's hype, yeah. The mages are probably stoked for that. But wait, what's the Alliance equivalent of Stonard portals? What do they get? Is it like a Blastland portal for them? Stonard portals, that green portal, baby. Oh yeah, there you go. Now you open up another Canon's Oracle. So you can have multiple HOTS, multiple iteration of HOTS stacking. Oh dude, huge one. Let me get some Pog Chimps or whatever you got in the chat for this. Way more debuff slots, like 40 freaking debuff slots. You can actually play your class in spec. There's still something to be loved, you know, classic. 16 kind of makes it so you have to pick and choose, and that finite amount is part of the finesse and cool. There is something cool about that, but at the same time, it does feel horrible when your class is capable of doing a lot more damage, but you can't because you can't use your debuffs on the Warlock, right? So definitely feeling that, wishing I could use Corruption or wishing you could use, you know, Immolate or whatever, but with only 16, you really are only allowed Corruption if you're lucky. That's a massive one. Everybody can use all of their spells, all their skills. Smaller raids, true. Yeah, I like that. What about AV Cap? Are you guys excited, or does that bother you? RTC. Basically in TBC, if you don't know, maybe there's some new people in here. There's like right now, you can your AOE spells will affect like an infinite amount of mobs, right? You can blizzard 400 plus mobs in Maradon. You see the big stream. The blizzard will still affect those many mobs, but at a certain point, it dramatically falls off to the point where like kind of no longer worth it.
Let's get this out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume all the mages are salty as fuck, but most people are probably excited about that. Some items turn blue. They're still too strong, mages. Does that mean boosting is rip in TBC? Hold your horses though, yo. People will find a way, right? People will find a way to boost. I'm telling you, it's 2021, man. People are gonna break the game 9 million different ways. Not break, come pretty damn close. There's gonna be some weird noises. Paladins think I wonder if this counts as quality of life. Just the idea that Paladins get a taunt, Druids get buttons they can press, you know, other than just like queuing up mauls and just, you know. I don't know if that counts as quality of life though. All the specs get a little bit more developed. It's like Blizzard knew the shortcomings of the specs to improve them. Yeah, okay, this is gonna open up again. Oh yeah, here we go, Paladin blessings, 10 minutes now, right? Either way, it's improved from 5. That's big hype. Think of Warlock. If you really try to visualize playing each of the classes, you should really think of something. Rogues. Poisons improved. I think poisons are 1 hour now. How long are they in Classic? This is what I'm talking about. Every class, quality of life improvement, man. What are some other ones? Shaman used to, yeah, what it lasts, what, 10 minutes now in PvC? Minutes for Shaman? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. 30 minutes instead of 5? Man. Huge. Actually, so huge. Yeah, dude, they don't. It's their consecration is considered like a scorched earth effect. That's the colloquial term I've heard used by Dr. Kill. So, you know, you use the spell, it's on the ground, it's ticking, as opposed to, it's already resolved and it's going to affect anything that's inside of it. Remember, there's no cap on it, as opposed to Blizzard really channeling it, you know. This can get pretty scary pretty quickly. This thing runs. I'm just going to finish with the Nightfall so it doesn't pull more. So we did put this talent point in. Can't wait to get out of here, man. These freaking skull splinters. Almost out of shards. I'm gonna invest this talent point too. Probably put it into Enduring Life. Could start going demo now, but I think this is better, right? Just finish off Enduring Life. 10% healing on Hellstone though. 500 health. 10% is 50. 50 more healing. When else I can't crit. It'll be 100 more healing if I get the 2 points in it. I use Drain Life all the time. It's literally my bread and butter. I think it's the play. It'll just delay me 1 more level before getting like Feldom and stuff, but I'll be at the end of the line anyway. It's not gonna matter that much. Let's get flying if we'd have less for selling summons. Just listing all these quality life. Yeah, let's keep listing them, man. There's probably so much more, man. Oh yeah, I did Chronic. Yeah, I did. Yep, that's a super good, man. Hey, what's up, Lindsay? Good to see you, man. Always with the nice words, man. Most fun class to level for you, bro. For my fellow classic Andy aficionados, you probably know the feeling. One class that grows on you over time, and it really is the Rolls Royce of classic WoW. It's the creme de la creme. It's the flagship class of classic WoW. The boys in brown. It grows on you over time. You start as any other type of class, then over time, you can't help it. You look at the damage. You look at the force. You look at the sweeping strikes. You look at the whirlwind. You look at the flashy weapons. And you just can't help it. Warrior just is pretty damn fun, man. The lobster bisque. Does honor points used to buy gear count as quality of life? Yes, probably. I mean, it's kind of in the same line that of like there's just a lot more gear and ways to get it. So if you're the type of person that you don't really like playing, yeah, some people are like that. They just don't like playing with others that much. They do a little bit, but not that much. And you like to be able to get stuff yourself and get stuff reliably. That's one thing you can see. You can just get badges, run cards, and just slowly but confidently build up to get your Bloodlust brooch or whatever you're trying to get. You know, and then there's multiple tiers to the badge stuff too, right? Because then once the Sunwell patch comes out, you get all that nasty Isle of Kil'Danas gear. And you know, honor, same thing. You're gonna be able to get gladiator sets. Season sets in BGs, like moving from season 2 onwards, pretty sure you can start getting the season 1 epic set from BGs. You can get epic PvP. It was awesome. It was awesome from Battlegrounds. It's using honor points. That's nice. That was Fury and TBC original. Hope I can keep playing Fury and TBC Classic. It's gonna be tough. Probably the most tough out of all the specs and classes, but if you're a beast, you can do it. Those interface admins are nice. What's the name of them? And is there adding anything which makes it easier to keybind? Easier to keybind. Easier to keybind? Not believe it or not, the TBC private server that I play on has the easiest add-on for keybinding. The Bongos add-on, I've never seen an add-on easier for keybinding. You literally type enter/KB. All of your action bars kind of glow. And all you have to do is hover over them and press the keybind and it'll bind it to them instead of having to go scoot, key bindings, action bar, multi-action bar, come through here and to like troubleshoot and make sure it's corresponding to the little bubble. That's the easiest system I've ever seen for key bindings. I don't know if they have that in Classic though. It was the old school Bongos. Bartender, it doesn't work in Classic though, right? Does it right now? It works in that same way? Because that is the best system I've ever seen. The Bongos are more than bartenders. Oh, nice. That's your usual leveling path for Horde. I mean, you start at your starting zones, you make your way into the Barrens. RFC, WC. Pop into Stone Talon, come back. Pop into Ashen Veil, come back. Eventually hit 1,000 Needles. 1,000 Needles, sometimes directly into Shimmering Flat. Now, usually go from 1,000 Needles to Terran Mill. Do some Hillsbrad, pop back to 1,000 Needles, finish up, do some Shimmering Flats. And you might pop back to Terran Mill. Do some stuff in Ashenville, you have some options, some stuff in Stone Town. And then you go to STV at some point, maybe 34, 36. Just do some of the first half of STV. You can push into a Rathi at that point. Dust Swallow in the late 30s. Wrap up STV by like, you know, early 40s. Then you're on to Feralis, Thanaris. And you go Searing Gorge, Burning Steps. And you start getting Ongoro, Plaguelands, Winterspring, all that finish. But the Classic's the type of thing that, you know, you have to pop in and out of the zones a lot. It's not like you just finish the zone in one take. Because different quests unlock at different levels. Oh, I forgot about the Badlands. The quest in the Badlands in there at some point. High 30s. We gotta go there, actually. Yeah, where's the classic? Oh, nice. What is the command, though? I use Dominoes in the classic. What's the command for Pt.9? KD. As for TBC, I know people like this UI, but I probably have to just go back to the normal UI for TBC. Rip the Diablo dream. When I play hardcore though, I'll throw it on. I'm down to play with action plan though. Outside of the arena. I don't think it matters that much. Try the Necrosis add-on. I saw it. It's too flashy of an add-on, I think. It's the big like scroll wheel here that does a bunch of weird quality life things for Warlock, right? It's kind of scary looking. There's a lot going on there. What classes did you never play or never liked in DBC? At one point or another, I played probably all the classes in DBC back in the day. I remember I used Priest back in the day. 70 Priest. Oh, you know what? I didn't really play Rogue, because Rogue always kind of scared me, man. I had a Warrior back in the day, I had a Priest back in the day, definitely had a Hunter back in the day, I had a Mage back in the day. I had a Druid back in the day. Rogue was kind of too terrifying to do it. And I didn't have a Warlock back in the day because my buddy mained Warlock, so I didn't want to like copy him. You know that feeling? Remember that feeling? You never wanted to play the class that your buddy was. But I was always kind of like low-key jealous of Warlocks. My buddy Max played one. So I tried to stay away from that class because, you know, he played it. Cars way too flashy. Is it though? What about botting? Did Blizzard finally do something? They did a big ban wave, but there's still tons of bots I hear. On Bloodsteel, you're kind of immune to it, you know, like, I think all the people botting aren't exactly trying to become the richest person on, like, a backwoods RP server. Ooh, let's go Bagthera. So there's still bots here, but I don't think it's going to be as rampant as, like, the really, you know, like, super hyper-populated Metropolis-type servers. They did more than a ban wave? Try using Succubus instead of Voidwalker. I'm just reading out. There's a lot of damage. Just good with Dark Pact. Voidwalker safer though. Right. Gosh, I love this Warlock. Yo, what up, Wink? How's work, man? A bunch of those. Let's go kill back there. Let's work my bets. Though, Felguard, it's coming. That's the coolest Warlock bet, right? Fel Hunter and Felguard look badass. They really do. And for those of you going Warlock, there is a spec, man. Black Book with Felguard. You can do it. You can raid. You can raid with Felguard. Raid is a Soul Link Warlock with Felguard. I'm definitely gonna have to dip my toes in the water with that and try it out. Sounds super fun. I thought for a second that moving my Felguard could tank some dungeons. It can. It does have a lot of health. It is pretty strong, but dungeon for normal ones, man. You wouldn't even come close, honestly. I already have my book ready. Hell yeah, man. I actually have the book on my work. So I don't know, man. Maybe if I get a troll priest partner, maybe I go DPL main for twos and play orc. That's possible too. Thing is, I think my best shot if I'm gonna have to try to get any kind of title in PvP is gonna be trying to cheese it out in the double DPS meta. should be in the back there. Pretty sure. So I do want to go lock road. I do love double DPS too, man. So fun. Is he dead or something? Is he supposed to be right here? This goes a little bit further. I always remember that it's near this fallen log. It's a little bit further up, maybe. Apple cold potato. Am I close? I think it is right there. We just have to wait for him to respawn. Kill some tigers all the way. Over the log, he can be east. I'll make a little targeting map, I think. 9 days till announcement. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. We're gonna do like a viewing party or something. Oh, Red Hills gifting a tier 1 sub, man. First sub in the community. Nice to get some fresh meat in the house, man. We support it. Giving it to Denzi too. That's a high impact sub right there. We'd love to see that. I hope we get an announcement. Oh, we will. We will. Read my previous comment. Let me see. Oh, for the UI guide? Yeah, if you do exclamation point UI, it should pop up. But then again, the Twitch bot, the YouTube bot has not been working that well. Let's do a target. Target. Well, if you get it. Target back. Nice. Target bag. Is there a sea of ogres down here? I think there is. I always remember this log bridge in STV, right? This is one of the defining terrain features of the zone. Really cool. Really awesome. There's some pretty sick big bridges in Classic WoW, right? Like the one in Swamp of Sorrow was this one. YouTube bot isn't working. I can, if you just type, if anybody wants the UI, if you type how to make Classic WoW look like Diablo in YouTube, it'll be like the first thing that comes up. Alright, I'm walking across this bridge. Ogres all underneath. See it back there is over here. This is where I remember back there being. Yes. Yep, right by this fallen tree. This is the classic back there spot. I don't see him. He's in armor. Nothing coming up on the target. It's probably dead, huh? You think we can kill King Bang now? 41? Should be able to, right? He's a 43 elite. He does have ads, but Warlock's pretty strong. Maybe we should just finish up all of our masteries. Yes, 3 spots. Gotcha. It's crazy to think though, man. We're at the very end of Classic. It really does feel like just yesterday that the game came out, you know? It's been out like almost 2 years now. Fastest 2 years of my life. Lots happened in those 2 years. That's a kid. Crazy when you say it like that. Your chat is becoming self-sufficient, I know. And haven't heard you're having a kid? Yeah, man. Just found out today the gender. It's gonna be a girl. Literally just found out on stream like an hour ago. Crazy. It's bringing it all home to know the gender. Apparently it's the size of a freaking the peach. Peach is pretty big. What's up, man? 4 subs on a 1-1 hot streak. That's huge, yeah, man. Bringing the next generation into the IRL art challenge. We're also expecting a girl in June. Nice, man. Same. Classic has been huge for me. Classic launched shortly after I was starting to get clean from drugs and has helped me continue to stay sober. Oh, feels good, man. Can we get some feels good, man, in the chat for that? WoW does have the power to do good, though, right? I mean, it can definitely fuck your life up, though, 100%. It's, at this point, I think for me, it's safe to say it's done more good than harm. I mean, it definitely messed with my grades back in the day. Now that I decided to go like this route with my life and stuff, and it definitely has added more value. But even like Death Camp, you know, he shares his story pretty openly. Like he was really like into hard drugs and stuff. And just playing WoW helped him get his mind off of it. I really think one of the ways WoW could be a good excuse to play WoW, and some way it could help you in your life right now, whoever you are watching. But if you did want to do like intermittent fasting or something that will like put you in like, it's kind of painful to do, not fun to do. WoW will distract you, and you don't have anything or that discomfort. Or honestly, even if you have like a chronic illness or something like that, it might be kind of nice. Helps you forget about it. Yo, where is this Banthera though? Come on now. Check his other spawn. Replacing one drug with another, true. But at least this drug can work out with friends. Just check the boxes, stream it, and you can do something with it. You're not gonna go to jail with this one. Yo, Ishi with the sub as well. Get no scalps. Save him, bro. Save him. Next stream, I got you. Succubus is an Alliance Warlock. It starts. The quest always starts at your trainer. Oh shoot, man! I'm trying to remember the Succubus quest line. It's brain dead easy. The Horde one is lengthy, I think. What is it again? I just forgot. You'll know in the chat. You do like one thing, that's it. Just one small little step, then you go to Stormwind, then you summon her and get her in like 2 seconds. Still not here at this spawn. Congrats again. Yeah, thanks, man. Say no to drugs. Gotta be more north. Yeah, I don't really see that. My quest is saying it spawns. I always see Big Thura by that log. I never had to go to a different spot, but it looks like we do. We'll go to his 2 other locations. Warrior Guide for TBC coming soon? Real soon. Tomorrow, man. Tomorrow morning. I'm like 80% sure it'll be tomorrow morning. There's always a chance it gets messed up, but it's looking good for tomorrow. Warrior Deep Dive for TBC. Character? Not as a hardcore character, no. I might main him though, depending how TBC rolls out. Because I really do want an undead lock as opposed to an orc one. I'm surprised you didn't do Hunter yet. I know. Same. Hunter deep dive. Yep, we got Hunter, Warrior, and Priest is the last deep dives to cover, and then we'll have all the classes complete before the BlizzCon announcement. Oh, there he is. Hell yeah. Do we use Succubus or Void? Ah, we pump, right? Just Succubus is fine. Let's clear some of the mobs on the periphery. What do you think about Warriors and TBC anyway? They still get dunked on 1v1. They do massive damage in the arena, like pretty jaw-dropping damage. Definitely really strong in the arena, but they just need support, right? Similar to Classic, you know, on their own, they can get gobbled up pretty easily. Probably the weakest dungeon, but then again, you can tank dungeons as a warrior. It's no problem. Yeah, it's just no problem. If you can tank dungeons, they're gonna take you, especially if you're a friend or something like that. Tanks have leverage in PvC. The fact that you can tank a dungeon is a big deal. But like, let's say you're trying to do a heroic Shattered Halls and you're a warrior tank. Some people may not join your group if you are a warrior tank. That is true, right? Is that fair to say? Some people might just say like, yo, this is gonna be too painful, man. You know, they're gonna be looking for that juicy pally tank or something. But people always say, you know, as a general little nugget, you know, warrior best thing for progression. And again, progression only lasts what, 1 week, 2 weeks? So. Weakest dungeon tank? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Warriors are probably the weakest dungeon tank.
Community isn't ready yet.
But it's not like they can't tank dungeons, right? They can. It's just that it's more of not even saying they're weakest. It's just more of a testament to how strong Pally is in dungeon. Warrior's fine. But if you ever had a Pally tank in TBC, it's pretty insane. You can go zug with seeds and.
That's
just have good CC and you'll be good. Yeah, but there's some pulls like in Shattered Halls where it's like there's like 11, 12 mobs and it gets really sloppy, and some instances are more forgiving for it, I think, than others. Shattered Halls is, what do you guys think? Probably the hardest heroic. Maybe that or Alcatraz.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Warriors can do everything the other tanks can, just requires more finesse for the same results. I don't know if they can do everything the other tanks can, because Paladins can do insane things. Like, they can pull a ridiculous amount of mobs, pump huge damage, they can do these crazy farms, solo skull advance, the highest gold per hour. But in terms of tanking all the dungeons, no problem. Yeah, they can.
I can't cast that yet. That spell.
Yo, say boss makes $1 and make a dime, so dipping in to watch cargoes on company time. Hey Jonathan, what's up, man? You on lunch? How long would 60 to 70 take compared to 1 to 60?
That's still recharging.
Is it dramatic? Is it too dramatic to say the same amount of time? I think it's a little dramatic. But I can't stress to you how long it takes, 60 to 70 on 1x. If you watch that recent fresh for, what was it
That's
called?
still recharging.
The most recent TBC fresh that everybody was playing on, not Atlantis, right? It was 1x, 60 to 70. A lot of people were expecting to just pump through it in like a day, 2 days. It took like 10 days or something. IRL time, not played. Right, for a lot of people to hit 70 on it. And it was kind of shocking how long it took, 60 to 70. People kind of like forget. I think they'd be able to cruise through it really quick. It definitely doesn't take as long as 1 to 60, but it does take longer than like you do a quest in TBC, it gives you 1%. And it's a juicy quest and it's 2%. Like even Ring of Blood, you know Ring of Blood in the Grand? might give you like 30% or 40% of the level. It's still really juicy to do, but it's not like a full level or anything. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. I'm going to kill Tethys now. Then we'll kill King English. Let's go kill Tethys. Yo, Messy Meat, 3 months in advance. Yo, thank you so much, Messy. Sorry about my dogs. It's pretty normal here on the stream. There's a contractor over. Trying to bark at him.
Hello, ma.
Alright, Tethys we go. Thank you very much for the 3 months in advance, Messy. That's 3 seconds.
Bye now. Come to me
Can you show us your skill tree?
later. Don't
Sure, man.
be
There's
shy.
deep affliction. 32 points in affliction right now.
Spirits
what it
be
looks like.
with you, man.
Thank you for keeping something to watch while I'm eating the past few days. No problem, man. I love watching streams and eating too. It's honestly extremely enjoyable for some reason. Get values like XP and TTK compared to vanilla X-Packs though. I heard though that yeah, they tuned the raids and stuff on private servers, but they left the dungeons alone for the most part. So any of that over-tuning you hear about on TBC private servers is different from the dungeons, just in the raids. Time to kill, yeah. Other than Paladin, what is an ideal class that plays Blood Elf? Brings me physical discomfort to say this, my friend, but I don't think it exists. Because you said ideal, that was the key word, you know? It's pretty much just Paladin. But it's not the end of the world if it's not ideal, right? Like, you can still play it. You can still play it, no problem. This wouldn't be ideal. Ideal's like the best, you know? Play Bell for that sweet ass. I need aesthetics, yeah. Any dungeons on the horizon? Possibly, man. Maybe RFD or something. We'll see what we can get into. Just let me see how many. If there's any people even up in my level range. I don't know. Yo, 63 people online in the middle of the day? It's pretty damn good. Quite a few up at the level, too. Yeah, it's possible we get there. Yeah, the hardcore community, man, I swear. Against all odds, staying relevant a year later. Love to see it. Both the Alliance and the Horde guilds are very alive. We're still getting like about 100 at absolute peak. Online at any time. Still having to purge the guild every week. 39 on EU Horde. So not even NA Horde, EU Horde, wow. Yeah, if you add up all the factions, Oceanic, EU, NA, there's probably a couple thousand active players. And, yeah, probably a couple thousand active players total. Not on at the same time, but I'm just saying total playing.
What do you need?
Sick.
Go
We
for
do hardcore in TBC as well. Yes, we will, 100%. We'll try to do it. You know, the only thing we'll probably be able to pull off, I think, in TBC is going to be the cups, because cups have prize pools, they're casted, they're like one-off events. People will maybe set aside some time in the raid and all the TBC content to play in a hardcore cup, just for all of those reasons. And then slowly try to creep back into the scene as the meta stabilizes. People start to get a little bit bored. I think hardcore will make a comeback. We need bigger bags, I know, man. On hardcore, you don't really have many options, though. Whatever happened to your human pally in hardcore? He's still alive at 48, 49, something around there. You think they're going to carry over the levels to DPC or use fresh servers? I think they're going to have both, man. Need one more shard.
What brings you?
I think we'll have both. One strong on Hydrax.
What can I help you with?
Yeah, you love to see it. The EU guild has literally had no dramas for a whole year. NA guild, there's still issues that pop up all the time. Boys over in the EU, running a tight ship. What's the server for EUHC? It's Hydrex. And then for Oceanic, it's Revelos. I think a green dropped off the last mob. Did I not pick it up? Go check it. Thanks, man. NA drama? Oh, I mean, it's nothing active, but like we'll have, you know, griefing, or somebody, you know, we'll try to wipe that. Remember that one? Did you guys remember that clip on FC in the chat months ago where that one guy actually tried to like be a saboteur? Oh, yo, good call, man. It's a lot of gold. 1 gold 13 you just made me. PH252, thank you, man. There's this one guy in Dead Mind's group who got pissed off because he didn't get lavishly jeweled ring. Remember that? And then he like freaked out and he tried to pull stuff on the group. Stuff like that. Yeah. What does your rotation look like at this level? It's pretty chill. Immolate, it's a lot harder to justify Immolate. You use Immolate, and especially if you get a fresh rank of Immolate, you end up using it a lot more in the early levels. It's because you're not into the deeper talents, but because we have, you know, 10% damage on this, we get a little bit of shadow spell damage gear and stuff, that it's harder to justify Immolate. So you're pretty much just throwing up Agony, Siphon, Corruption in that order, and just Drain Lifing. And it's really nice at this level that if it's just one mob at least, you'll be healing for more than they deal damage, so you're just living in that world. Then you have Dark Pack sustain with your Succubus, you don't really have to drink too much. It feels really, really good. Warlock really just turns on at this level. Maybe that's all the classes though at 40. Because Warrior feels incredible, right? When you first get your hands on Mortal Strike. What about Rogue? What does Rogue get? Adrenaline Rush? That doesn't feel too good. It's okay. But Mage? Does Mage get anything? Ice Barrier, right? Oh no, Ice Barrier is huge at 40 on a Mage. You feel like you're living your best life. Pally, nothing too crazy. If you're deep red, you get Repentance. Hunter feels good. Beast of Wrath. Beast of Wrath is insane. Sorry about the yawn. Alright, let's try to find this. Hunter. Oh, I still need this for quest? Jungle Stalker Feathers. So one thing you do, you're asking about the rotation. I haven't been doing it perfectly, but if you're trying to pull something, since you're just doing 3 dots and you're not actually putting Immolate on as a dot, you can just start with the Fear and then throw the dots on them as they run. Because Immolate has a good shot at breaking the Fear. That's one way of doing it. Rogues just feel good every time they get a new tool. Yeah, at 40 you might be feeling good for other reasons though. Yeah, that's a good point. Instead of it could not be from talents, but at 40 you do feel really strong on Rogue because you're getting your RFD as well as your SM weapons. So it's a massive power spike in terms of weapons, even though your talents aren't giving you the juiciest thing in the world. And Adrenaline Rush isn't bad, but it's not something you can like really sustainably use. Aren't you casting Immolate? It's not really that worth it anymore. We have like bonus shadow damage, and it's still worth it if like, it's a really chunky mob. You're gonna be there for a while. You have to feel it out. Sometimes, like on Tethys, we'll probably do it. We'll probably put all 4 dots up. Vanquisher Blade plus Cold Bridge Dagger. The moment you get Riposte and Blade Flurry, you feel like a god on Rogue. Oh yeah. Blade Flurry in particular, man, it's pretty amazing. I just love that one build on Rogue, where you can get Blade Flurry and you can also get Prep. That's gotta be the best hardcore build. You get Blade Flurry, Prep, Hemo, and Ghostly Strike. Ghostly Strike's kind of a sleeper, right? Pretty good for hardcore. For normal play, maybe not as much, but for hardcore it's pretty nasty. Give her about 60. Irish. Go. Yeah, it goes to short slaps. I have a TBC question. How effective will cat side motion work in the arena? You can't use it in the arena. There's no consumables in the arena. Good question. My inventory, my poor inventory. Make the pain go away, chat. Hey brother, hope life has been going well for you lately. I haven't chatted with you in a minute. Any chance you remember which Shadow Priest races were better for arenas in PvC? Shadow Priest? On the Horde side, I mean, Undead you can never ever go wrong on any class, except for maybe Warrior. It still wouldn't be bad. Like, you'll still get value from both, even on Warrior, I swear. Like, because there is a window you can fear Warriors. It's just not that juicy of a window, but you'll still catch a fear outside of Death Wish, and maybe you'll be caught in Battle Stance or something. You'll have this ritual, so or you might get sneak from a hunter with Vibrance thing or something. You'll get value from it, but yeah, Votive is just insane. So you can never go wrong with Undead. Troll is the other one that sticks out because their Hex of Weakness is extremely juicy and valuable in the arena. It gives you curse protection, gives you a little Mortal Strike debuff. If you're a priest bringing some kind of mini Mortal Strike to the table, come on, tell me that doesn't sound cool. You actually get healing reduction as a priest. On the Alliance side, Dwarf Priest really sticks out as the most insane one. Star Shards, though, is interesting. If you're seeing Shadow for PvE, believe it or not, I believe Night Elf will be the highest parsing Shadow Priest on Alliance. I shit you not. I shit you not. Night Elf, let me say it again. Night Elf will almost certainly be the highest parsing Shadow Priest, if you like care about that. You know? Star Shards is changed to instant, and it slaps. And I don't think it even has a cooldown. It's an instant, it's not channeled. It's on its own school of magic, I think, as well. And it pumps, so... I mean, you're not going to be at the top of the damage, really, anyway, as a Shadow Priest, but the people still do care about, you know, parses, and they want to be, like, the best for their class and spec, right? So I really think Night Elf... You might get laughed in other aspects of the game. Well, like, if you know you're, like, a PvE person, that's all you want to do, you don't really care about the PvP. You want to pump some damage to Shadow? That could apply to a very small amount of people. Star Shards a while back? Yeah. Interesting that they did that, right? Star Shards. It's kind of like a joke. Dude, one water left, man. Yeah,